He used the key I didn't know she gave him. She didn't know the camera was still recording.
Don't miss the next twist. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell for more interesting stories like this.
My name is Daniel. I'm 38. I used to think I'd figured life out. I had a steady job, a beautiful wife named Claire, and a life that seemed, on paper, like the kind of thing people dream about. We weren't rich, but we were comfortable. We owned a small home in the suburbs of Minneapolis, had a cat named Maple, a joint savings account, matching coffee mugs that said, "Is and hers." We were married for 11 years. This story isn't about a sudden betrayal. It's about a slow burn. It's about a lie so long-lived it starts to feel like truth. And how one business trip uncovered everything. Claire and I met at a university mixer. She was studying early education. I was doing business logistics. She was loud where I was quiet, reckless where I was practical. We balanced each other. For a while. Over the years, we settled into routines. Work, groceries, movie nights. We tried for a child for 3 years, but after 2 miscarriages, we stopped. Or rather, Claire stopped. She didn't want to talk about IVF. Didn't want to adopt. "Maybe we're just meant to be a team," she'd say. And I believed her. Fast forward to last spring. My company announced they were sending me to Boston for a month. Big client, big opportunity. Claire hugged me at the airport, smiled, waved like always. No hint that anything was off. But the first week I was gone, she didn't call. Not once. Usually we'd FaceTime before bed. But I'd call, and she'd ignore. Texts got shorter. "Busy. Tired. Long day." I figured she was stressed. But something in my gut twisted. Week 2, I decided to surprise her. Sent flowers to the house. She never mentioned them. Week 3, I had a night off. I checked our home security app, a Nest camera I installed over the garage. I just wanted to see the house. Feel close. There was a clip. Motion detected. Friday night. 11:48 p.m. A man, wearing a baseball cap, unlocking our front door. With a key. He walked in like he lived there. I watched it 5 times. I told myself, maybe it's her brother. Her cousin. Someone I didn't recognize. But I knew. That night, I didn't sleep. The next morning, I checked the Nest history. 14 clips in the last month. The same man. Arriving late. Leaving early. One video showed them in the kitchen. She kissed him. Full on. Deep. Familiar. I froze. There's a difference between suspecting and knowing. I booked an early flight home. Landed that Sunday. Told Claire I was coming Monday. I arrived unannounced. Pulled into the driveway around 7 a.m. Her car was there. His wasn't. I walked inside. Claire was in the kitchen. Hair tied up. Making coffee. She turned. "Dan?" I said nothing. Just stared. Then I asked, "Who is he?" She stared at me, stunned. Then something in her broke. She sat down. Didn't even deny it. His name was Marcus. They met at a fitness class. At first it was flirting. Then it was drinks. Then he started coming over. She said it felt exciting. New. That with me, she felt invisible. That he made her feel seen. I asked, "How long?" 7 months. 7 months. 7 months of making me breakfast, kissing my cheek, lying next to me in bed, while building a secret life on the side. I walked out. Didn't pack. Didn't slam doors. Just left. For 3 days, I lived in a hotel and barely spoke. When I finally talked to her again, it was in a public cafe. I needed distance. She cried. She begged. She said she'd end it. Go to therapy. that it was a mistake. But it wasn't a mistake. A mistake is one bad choice. This was a campaign. The divorce took 5 months. We split the house, sold the car, divided the cat's vet bills. She wanted Maple. I let her have him. I couldn't look at Maple without thinking of how he used to sleep between us. I didn't tell anyone at work. Didn't tell my parents for weeks. But slowly, the silence turned into space. And the space became healing. I started seeing a therapist. Learned to recognize when I was shrinking myself to keep others comfortable. I also started journaling. Long entries. Pages of raw emotion. Some days I was angry. Other days numb. But the act of writing gave me a kind of closure. Then one day, I wrote a letter I never sent. To Marcus. I told him, "You didn't steal my wife. You exposed her." And I meant it. It's been over a year now. I've moved into a smaller place. I cook more. I've made friends at the local climbing gym. I went to Iceland on a solo trip last month. Saw the northern lights and cried like a kid. Not because I missed her, but because I didn't. And that, for me, was the win. Not revenge. Not a new partner. Not proving anything to anyone. Just peace. And if you've ever been betrayed, you know, peace isn't quiet. It's earned. One broken truth at a time. But that wasn't quite the end. 3 months ago, I got an email. It was from Marcus. He wrote 3 lines. "I'm sorry. She left me too. I guess it's what she does." I stared at it for a full minute. Then I deleted it. Didn't even reply. Because I didn't need his closure. I already had mine. And last week, I finally changed my phone number. That number Claire used to call every night. That Marcus probably once joked about when she saved him as M in her contacts. I gave myself a new line. A new ringtone. A clean slate. Then I did something I hadn't done since college. I submitted a short story to a magazine. About grief. About letting go. About betrayal that becomes rebirth. They published it. And when I held that magazine in my hands, something clicked. I wasn't just surviving anymore. I was living. On my terms. Finally.